Hi guys, today we will be discussing about a very important topic in statistics, which is mean. So in this video we'll be learning about mean of group data. Alright, so before we get into the explanation of what mean is, let's take a small example here and let us consider just a classroom, and let's say the classroom has 5 students, and we'll consider their marks in any of the subject. Let's say we consider their marks in subject science. All right, and let's say 5 students, so each of them will have their own marks. So let's say one has got 40 and 50 and maybe 80 and 90. All right, so now let's say one person gets 40, another one gets 50, and maybe 2 people get 80 and one of them gets 90. So we know that not everyone, there can be multiple students who can get same marks, right? So these are the 5 students who got the marks. Now let's say I have to find out the mean or average of this whole class. How would I do it? Before that, let's see, why would we need an average? Let's say we have multiple sections. All right, so let's say this is your 10th standard class and there are multiple sections, section 1, section 2, each containing 5 students, and let's say your principal wants to know which class is doing the best, right? So I need to know the average. So maybe section A is having an average of, let's say, 68 or 69, and section B is having an average of 72 or 80 and so on. So we will find out which class is doing the best, right? So in order to do this, we first need to find out the mean or the average of this particular set here, this data. Now how would we do that? So let's just denote these values here with x. So this would be x1 comma x2 comma x3 and so on. So here we have 5 students, so maybe we can have more in our data. All right, so x1 would be 40, 50 and so on, and these values with f. So f1, f2, f3 and so on till fn. We can have n number of items here. So what we'll call these as observations, and this as frequencies. So just by seeing this, what can you understand? So we can say that if we see this, we can see that x1 occurs f1 times, correct? That's what frequencies mean. So in this case, what this frequency of 2 means, that 2 students got the value 80. All right. So now if I have to find out the mean of the average of this data here, I need to use a formula, which is the sum of values of all the observations divided by the total number of observations. I'll explain this now.